Hey, I'm Luis Cordova.
I'm Nithya Sanchez.
I'm Gigi Lemaire.
I'm Jenny Kennedy.
And we are Soundcheck Artists.
And we just finished the Real Deal's Actors Workshop.
The Real Deal Actors Workshop is basically this awesome intensive workshop where we do scripts.
Yeah, we did acting for 3 days, and it was to help us prep for the movie we were gonna shoot. But the training wasn't exactly just the movie script. We worked on a lot of things that I would have never thought I would have worked inside of an actor's workshop.
It was really cool because most classes or workshops that I take, it's all kind of based on one script the whole time, and typically for our age it's comedy or Disney, but it was really cool because these scripts were all about your emotions and getting into your feelings, and it was fun because Shaun was he taught us how to go there as actors and actresses, to get that emotion and not just fake it or not, I guess act it out, but really feel the character. So it was really fun to kind of learn his techniques throughout the 3 days.
Yeah, we did a lot of emotional work, and it helps us because then we use that thing that makes us feel sad or makes us feel mad, and we use it to put it into the character, and it'll make our acting real and not
And it was so fun too because you could see the difference from any other kind of emotional thing I've done. When we went home, we all crashed for I think we slept the entire next day because we were so emotionally drained, and we had been through so much. But it was cool because we also we got to tell stories about our lives and stuff like that, so it gets you closer to who you're going to be working with on set, which I thought was really cool because typically you're kind of handed a script and you're here, find the emotion, but it was cool to kind of come from a personal place, and then on set you're kind of okay, I can relate more because you kind of know more about them through that.
And a lot of other teachers, they don't like Jenny said, they just kind of hand you the script and then just expect you to just know how to do it. But with Shaun, he pushed us until we got there. He did not stop until we got there. So it was really awesome.
Yeah, the thing that really amazed me, I guess I could say, was the micro expressions that Shaun showed us, which I would have never known what that was. So the micro expressions are, I think there's 7 expressions that every human being does when an emotion is triggered, and we studied those faces, and we came to find out that if we make those faces, our body will feel that emotion. So that's one thing that really helped me feel sad or feel angry or feel happy or feel excited. Because it was amazing. I think those micro expressions really helped us because I had never seen a whole class cry in one exercise. Every single person that went up for an exercise cried. And, I think one of those things that really helped us trigger it was, of course, Shaun making us connect and the micro expressions.
Mm-hmm. It was really cool, too, because by the time you get on set, you're there emotionally, and you use those techniques for what you do, and I think everybody saw on set it was a lot easier for us to get into our characters because we kind of knew the rhythm and the technique of it all through the workshop, and it was really cool to see how it actually did work when you were on set.
We had this awesome exercise where Shaun...
we thought it was going to be awesome.
Yeah, we thought he said basically write a happy letter to someone we love about a fun experience that we had, and then as we were all done, he completely just flipped it and was you have to say this letter to someone dying.
That's when we all cried. That's when we all cried.
Yeah.
I feel is the one that made everyone in that class who was scared to do something up on stage and acting, I feel that made everyone open up.
Broke the walls.
So if it's if Shaun told you do this, I can do that now.
Yeah.
Because you didn't feel scared to do anything else because that...
Once you cry in front of someone, it's kind of okay, you've seen it all. It's okay, well... And that's what was so fun is everybody was so close because, you were hearing their happy times and, their personal times, and then, you see how it actually did make them happy because if they had to think about that not happening, then it makes them emotional, and so you feel for them, and and then by the end of the week, it was just kind of
everyone would do whatever. Cry!
I could cry on cue.
But it was fun because now that we knew where our personal life was and everything, we became a family. So by the end of the week, it was a sad goodbye to everybody, the out of town people who were going back to Texas, and it was a fun experience.
So when I first saw the script, I thought it was a really good script. The whole story it's different. It's not what you see in typical teenage scripts that people give you. Usually teenage scripts are all like, happy this, let's go to the park and play some, you know? But this one was different. The end is what really impacted me, though.
Yeah. I don't think we're allowed to say the actual ending of it, but it was really cool because it did have that like twist in it, and then but one of the things I really liked about it was scripts, like what you were saying, is kind of like it doesn't really go anywhere, it doesn't really mean a whole lot, but the cool thing about like this script was not only was the plot itself kind of cool and it was kind of more of that drama and mysterious kind of thing, but it had an underlining message of kids that like always kind of adopt the way that they're raised or adopt what their parents do, and it's kind of like the stereotypical way of that each family's raised, and seeing that like throughout the kids. So it was really cool to kind of be filming something that had a message to people that are going to be watching it, and it wasn't just kind of pointless and like trying to get a laugh, but it was more of, this is like a problem with kids our age, and we're bringing it to your attention, but like in a really cool way. So that was I think really cool to film a movie that meant something like that.
Yeah.
I like the script because, like Louise said, it wasn't like a fun thing. It was like it was really realistic, because teens today are really racist with each other, and even if they think it doesn't hurt them, it actually does sometimes. So it's like you got to be careful what you say.
We actually had a lot of kids that were about 13 to 10.
Some of them,
10, 11, 12, yeah.
9
but
or 10.
they really impressed us all. Like they, like in class, they learned their lines, they memorized them, and by the time that we were on set, they were like there. They were in their characters, and they were pretty awesome.
Yeah, a lot of times I feel like kids don't fully commit to their character even when they're on set. But here was like, they would yell cut, and we'd all relax. But as soon as they said, all right, we're about to shoot, or the action, it's like they would snap into, if we had to be scared, you would see them be scared. If they had to be angry, you would see them angry. And they weren't scared to commit to that.
It was cool because like one of the girls during one of the scenes had to kind of be, she was dealing with like hyperventilating, and because she was in that character so much and in that for so long, there was a time where we cut, and she was like, I need to take a break, because she kind of felt that herself. So it was cool to see like how these kids went from learning how to like take a script and just simply learn the character to then almost like becoming that character in real life, where they have to cut because it's kind of like, okay, wait, I'm dealing with what my character is going through right now. So it was awesome seeing them grow like that. It was really cool.
And that was one of the things Shaun taught us, that if you physically do it, then you'll mentally, how was it? It was, if you physically do it, you'll like, mentally feel it, and if you mentally feel it, you physically do it. I don't know. It was connecting.
Something like that, yeah. It was awesome.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
Being on set with all the cast and crew was actually pretty amazing, and it was nice because I actually hadn't been on a set in a long time, and it was just so great to feel like the chemistry between the cameramen and the actors and the makeup people. Jenny and I and one of our friends, Jao, we were actually interns, so we got to be the characters and also help on set.
Yeah.
So
that was really cool too, to kind of like see the other side of it, and it gives you so much appreciation for what everyone's doing, because there's so much more that goes into it than just the actors, and it was really cool to see what kind of efforts put in to make something look so cool, and it was awesome. It was really cool.
Being on set was something. Well, realistically, it was hot, but it was a nice vibe. Like the cameraman Nate, he was the nicest.
Yeah, he was so happy.
So
I know.
happy.
He's like, it's
all
so
the time.
hot.
And like even if we were like giving him a hard time or something, he'd still be nice about it, and like he like work with us, you know. And it was just, everyone was just so nice. We worked with each other, and everything just came together nicely.
I feel like everyone on set was really helpful as well, because like Nita said, it was really hot on set.
Yeah.
But as soon as they would yell cut, then we have like 3 people on the fans, on the
Waters.
Yeah, and then we had Jenny and Gigi with the water every single time. I saw Jenny was holding like 20 waters. I was like, can I help you? Do you want me to help you, Jenny? She was like, no, I got it. Like, everyone was really helpful, and I think everyone had a really good connection with each other, so everything worked out really well. The script, the actors, the crew, everything went really well.
I can't get a hold of my dad. Sorry, man.
Looks like everyone's fine. How are you?
Fine. We need to get her to the hospital.
I need to update my